What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. And I had to step in for a minute because I had some really good information to share with you. Some really good news I actually have today that I think is going to make you guys really happy. It has to do with the rapper Nipsey Hussle. Now, you guys know about Nipsey. Nipsey was a good brother, and he had a real commitment to economics and powernomics. You know, he was kind of the hip hop version of what Dr. Claude Anderson is in the scholarly arena. Nipsey was a different kind of scholar. I guess you say, a scholar from the street in terms of knowing that as a community, if we want to get ahead, if we want to win, if we want to get on top, if we want to dominate, and we want to win this game, we got to know our economics. You know, we have to know our economics. Anyway, if you are a fan of Nipsey Hussle, you are going to like hearing this. I was reading a news report out of where the hell was that shit? It was Complex Magazine. And Complex Magazine basically has reported that Nipsey's marathon clothing store has been blowing up since he died. I mean, blowing the fuck up. Nipsey has been making more money as a dead man than most people make alive. And I think it's great. I love the fact that the community has rallied around this black man and really dug in to support him and his family the way that we should. Now, there's more to say about that, and I'm gonna break that down in a minute. But I just want to say too, just as a little side note, I have been checking out Nipsey's music, and I really like it. And I'm picky when it comes to my hip hop. I love hip hop. But even with my favorite artists, I only like maybe 2 or 3 of their songs. I'm just weird like that. But there's a couple of his songs that are actually on my favorites as far as my playlist. I like his energy. I like what he, I listen to music very carefully. I analyze lyrics. I pay very close attention to what the rapper's saying. And I can just tell you, I think Nipsey was one of the good ones. Now, what's really interesting is that, despite this report from Complex that says Nipsey's store, the Marathon store, has made $10 million since he died. It's fascinating, though, that, when you think about the fact that, y'all had him right here in front of you for many, many years. The man was, I guess, 33, 34 years old when he died. And he was right there. He's right there. He was right there on. I saw him when I was about to invest in Jay Morrison's Tulsa real estate fund. And I was congratulating Jay, and I noticed Nipsey has said he wanted to invest too. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, that's that rapper I've heard about that's doing good stuff. But I didn't know much about Nipsey. I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't heard any of his music, so I have just as much reason to be ashamed as anybody else, because I do believe that we don't give people their flowers while they're alive. When they're alive, we kind of shit on them. When people are here, we take them for granted. When they sit right there in front of us, we're quick to criticize, talk about what you ain't doing, what's wrong with you, or, pull these little scandals. It's almost something about, being alive and being human that makes us think that that person has less value than they will when they are dead. When they're dead, it's almost like they've moved with the gods. They become immortal. You see little memes on social media of the person, dressed like an angel, and people feel like they're somehow in this special place where they can't be criticized anymore. But when they were here, we make jokes about them, right? And it's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine who happens to be a rapper, and we were having a conversation. And one of the things that he said, he was talking about one of his friends that died, and he said one of the things I didn't want to do was to be a hypocrite. He said, the way I felt about him when he was alive, I made sure I felt the same way after he was gone. I didn't start suddenly realizing like that I cared about his life after he was dead when I didn't care about his life when he was here. Now, that's a weird way to say it, but I think that there's something to be said about that. One thing that we do in our family actually is we actually have funerals for each other about once or twice a year. We call them funerals because it's really fun. And what we do is we get together and we talk about each other as if we are at the other person's funeral. And at these funerals, what we'll do is, I'll really be open with you. A lot of times we don't tell people how we feel about them because we don't want to, we feel embarrassed or we feel like that's too mushy. But we let it all down. We let our guard down, and we just express our love for each other. And I think that that's something that you may want to practice, because you don't want to get somebody's funeral and then suddenly realize you actually cared about them, or act like you cared about them all along when you didn't. That's not going to make you feel good. So I think with Nipsey making all this money with the Marathon store, the good news is that that they're making the money that they deserve. The bad news is that he had to die. My man had to take a bullet in the head before y'all started taking care of his store. He had to get shot in front of his child, in broad daylight, shot down like a dog, and by some weak ass son of a bitch who had a bone to pick with him or whatever. Maybe he's paid by the government, maybe he just hated him. Nobody knows. But some guy takes him out, and he had to go through that kind of trauma, tragedy, in order for us to finally say, oh, thank you, black man, for promoting economic empowerment in the community. You were so wonderful. Nipsey was my hero. I loved him. He was the black Jesus, right? Well, seriously, all of us. I'm not talking about just you or just me or whatever, but all of us should be ashamed of ourselves for the fact that we couldn't give that man that respect when he was here. He had to die for us to realize the power of who he was. First of all, I'm gonna say thank you, Stacy Doe, for your donation. I truly appreciate that. Also, I'm going through here. Please hit the thumbs up button. John Black says, Dr. Boyce, what is refund upgrade? I don't know what refund upgrade is. I don't know what you mean by that. I apologize, brother. It doesn't. You have to ask the question again differently. Do me a favor, please. Wow, I just sent them an email about my order. Now I understand. Oh, you're talking about marathon. Yeah, I believe, in fact, according to Complex, I think they might have had to actually shut down because they got so many orders coming in. That they have this note up, and I'll share my screen here. If you're on drboycetv.com, you'll see it. If you're not, I'll just read it to you. So let me pull this up on my screen on the Marathon store. It says, thank you to everyone who's placed orders with us these last couple of weeks. We appreciate the unprecedented outpour of support. It means a lot to our team and family. We are working around the clock to fulfill every order placed. We ask for your patience as we get everything fulfilled and shipped out to you. Additionally, our flagship store is closed right now, but our online store is 24/7, open 24/7 to serve you, and is the only authorized retailer of our brand. Once again, thank you for your support. Very professional, very nicely written note. Looks like Nipsey has some good people working on his team, and I respect that tremendously. Let's see. Miss Me says, I'm gonna give it. Miss Me with that bullshit says, I'm gonna give it. That's Michi X's statement. That's not Michi, is it? If it is, how you doing, Michi? I'm going to give it another month. Yeah, you may want to wait a little bit, but still, give support, and I think we should do that with all black businesses. When it comes to black businesses, go ahead and make it rain. Go ahead and support black people that you think are doing a good job, those that you think are really doing what's right for the community. You got to show respect for that. Now, do me a favor really quick. Hit the thumbs up button, number one. Second of all, shout out your city. I like to see what city everybody's coming from. Shout out your city or your business or your dream. And I want to say welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent black people. This is for black people that want to build the future, black people that want to do great things, black people that want their families to excel. We're not into the ratchetness or the backwardness that you sometimes see online where people just running their mouth. We're not here to just run our mouths. We're actually here to talk about things. No matter what we talk about, at the end of the day, if I haven't helped you become a better person, then I have failed. So I see Seattle, Washington, Pittsburgh, Mississippi, 601, HTX. I don't know what HTX is. Is that Houston? Houston, Texas. Okay, Houston, Texas. That's where we're hosting the All Black National Convention. Willie D from the Ghetto Boys is going to join us. He's agreed to partner with us to help to let everyone know about the All Black National Convention. The venue's not that big, so we will sell out. So you may want to get your tickets sooner rather than later. Mark it on your calendar. It's going to be in Houston the weekend of September 27th. September 27th. Let's see here. Charlotte. I see Fairfield, Connecticut. Riverside Real Estate. Tawana Johnson, Detroit, Michigan. Winnipeg, Canada. Dr. Boyce on a roll with the content. Salute, says Zulu Immortal. Yeah, I like to create content. It's just something that's fun for me. This is my show. I always wanted to have a show, but I wanted to do it on my own terms. So you can't go asking the white man to give you a show when you come in and telling the white man what to do. So I said, okay, well, let me build something that's owned and run by me. And then I can come in and do what I want to say, do what I want to do, say what I want to say it when I want to say it. That's very, very important for me. Freedom matters. Don't forget, we also have a social media platform. It's spelled right here on this page. If you're sick of being, mistreated on Facebook, and you're like me and you end up in and out of Facebook jail all the time, well, this is Black Enough. Black Enough. If you are Black enough, if you're Black enough, get it? Black Enough, Black Enough. If you're Black enough, join us at blackenough.com. We won't ban you for anything. And we have tens of thousands of members at Black Enough, and they're all Black, and they're awesome, and they're amazing. And you can find out who's near you. And there's different groups for economics and all different kinds of things. So it's really dope. So you don't have to end your relationship with Facebook. Just add something to it so you can have a backup plan. Andrew, Doc, I have an upcoming internship at Deloitte. How do you recommend I invest the money? I think the stock market is the best place to start investing, but then at the same time, you want to learn about real estate and entrepreneurship, although each of them requires you to take a class. Honestly, investing in the stock market is something you can do without a class. A class, though, helps you understand more about the dynamics of the market, what's really going on, how assets are priced. Every asset in the universe, every financial asset on this earth and any other planet is priced the same way. You can literally price an asteroid the same way you can price a corporation. The same models that I can use to tell you the value of Bitcoin or the value of a plot of land are the exact same models that I can use to tell you the value of the diamonds that are on an asteroid that they're trying to mine. And yes, white people are trying to go to space. They're trying to build rockets to go mine asteroids. You know why? You know why? Anybody know why? Because some of those sons of bitches are rolling by and they are like made out of like gold, and they're made out of platinum. Like they're like literally the precious metals that are hard to get on Earth are very abundant out in space. That's why Jeff Bezos from Amazon recently announced that they were actually trying to go back to the moon and build a base in the moon. I need help getting a good life insurance policy. I go to theblackinsurancenetwork.com, THE, that's theblackinsurancenetwork.com. Yolanda runs that platform. Tell her I sent you. She will be nice to you because she is my friend and I love her and I've done a lot of business with her. I've gotten lots of insurance from her. And like Nipsey Hussle said before he died, when he said, I have $1 million on my head or $1 million policy, just in case, or $1 million on my name, or some kind of rap terminology, basically saying he has life insurance. And much respect to him for looking out for his family. Because here's the deal. Here's what's really cool about Nipsey's store making all this money now. This man, by doing good work in his life, has taken care of his family in his death. You see, and that's an important component of manhood and economics. When I talk to you guys, actually, I told you guys my next book that I'm working on right now is on a Black economic code of conduct. And one of the things that every man and every woman, to the same extent, should understand is that, you don't just take care of your family while you're here. A lot of us will put the whole family on our back, be taking care of everybody's issues and solving financial problems. Tell me if you're that person in your family where anytime anybody got a problem, they come to you. They need help at church. You're the one helping out at church. They need money. You're the one that's helping out with money. You're taking care of people, got people living off of you, stuff like that. And some people say that makes you silly or stupid, but actually I think that makes you a good person. I'm that person for a lot of people. I have paid rent for hundreds of Black people. I can say that, right? And it's very stressful. It sucks. Sometimes I don't like it all the time, but I know that's my job. So when I put together my life insurance policy, one of the things I thought about was, I don't really care what happens with me because I'll be dead. Dead people are pretty comfortable, I imagine. I was thinking about the afterlife, though. The afterlife. Like a pastor talks to you about the afterlife. I'm not talking about where I'm going to be in heaven with streets paved with gold, whatever I'm supposed to go. I'm talking about the fact that we know that there's an afterlife after we're dead, where the people that we leave behind are going to have to keep living after we're gone, right? So when you don't plan for your death, when you go and you die without a will or without any sort of death plan, then you're basically telling your relatives, fuck you, I'm out, I'm good luck, right? Seriously, like stop thinking that you're going to live forever. You're not. You can die anytime. Death does not make an appointment. Death gives zero shits about how many things you got to do next week and how many people are dependent on you. Death will take your ass up out of there and not give you a second chance to go back and make things right. So what I'm saying to you right now is please go ahead and make things right with your children and make sure they're taken care of. Nipsey did that. Nipsey had life insurance in place, from what I understand. Nipsey had a will and estate plan in place, from what I understand. His marathon store made more money in a couple of weeks than the family is going to need for the next 5 or 10 years, from what I understand. So to me, I think that's beautiful. That's a real man. He took care of his children while he was here and while he was gone, and that's how you're supposed to do it, right? Because if you're taking care of people, if you're making sure that arrangements are in place, if you have systems in place, Remember, you don't make money through, don't just make your money through labor. You want to make your money through systems. Don't train your children to just make their money through labor. You train them to make their money through systems. Labor dies. Labor gets old. Labor gets a bad back. Labor gets sick. Labor eventually runs out. Systems can last forever if they are set in the right way. Systems are basically processes and procedures that are in alignment with a set of predetermined rules and standards and protocols that are to be followed, whether you're there or you're not there. So when you have a child that is trained at an early age to make their money through systems as opposed to making their money through labor, that child is like, they are like RoboCop. It's like RoboCop trying to fight against a regular man. A man cannot beat a machine. A human being cannot outwork a factory or a corporation. You see, labor, is labor slavery, King Khufu? I don't know. You can say it is or isn't. There is slavery. We know that there is slavery. Slavery doesn't mean you're not paid. A lot of people, slavery means a lack of freedom. Slavery means that you get up in the morning and you want to go play basketball, but you can't because you got to go to work. Well, then you're a slave because you want to go that way. Your boss told you to go that way. And so you have to go that way. So you're a slave, right? I mean, no disrespect, but that's what it kind of boils down to. So the best way you can give your children a head start, the best way, we can create a million Nipsey Hussles in our community is by training them early to make their money through systems and through investments so that they're able to make money in a more passive way with that doesn't involve labor. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it if you do. Also, if you want to support the pushing of intelligent Black media throughout the world, we'd love to have you as a backer of our platform. You can go to intelligentblackpeople.com. That's intelligentblackpeople.com. Or if you want to get books like Powernomics, Black Labor, White Wealth, and of course, my new book is coming out, Black American Money 3. I'm showing you guys the cover. You can actually go to drboycebooks.com. That's drboycebooks.com. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, hit that. Definitely. Thank you, Andrew. Definitely hit that like button. TMZ, Black Sam says Nipsey died without a will, and the docs list properties worth $2 million. God damn. Stop. See, motherfucker. Giselle, you just totally fucked up my day. And I love you anyway, but you just fucked up my day, Giselle. All right, let me look it up. Nipsey Hussle's brother seeks control over his $2 million estate. The blast reports that Samuel Ashadome, aka Black Sam, has filed a petition to become the administrator of Nipsey's multi-million-dollar estate. Ashadome says no one was legally designated to handle Nipsey's fortune after the Crenshaw rapper died without a will. Okay, I'm gonna end this podcast because I gotta go to bed and think about this, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow. You know how a judge is like, okay, I didn't expect that. Let's have a recess. Court will be in session again tomorrow at 9 a.m. That's what I'm doing right now because I don't want to speak based on new information. Again, Giselle, fuck you, Giselle. You fucked up my whole day with that bullshit. But it's truthful bullshit, so it's not your fault. It's just a problem. It's very disturbing. It's an opportunity to learn, right? To learn that even the best of us can make mistakes. All of us make mistakes. So it's not an anti-Nipsey Hussle situation, but it is something that has to be discussed because we can't keep repeating the same mistake over and over again. So what I need you to also do while we get ready, I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go to bed up there with my woman. I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna cuss for a little bit because I didn't know. I never thought in a million years I'd be reading that. But I'm gonna go upstairs, talk to my woman, and she's gonna tell me it's gonna be all right. And then I'm gonna read the article. I'm gonna process it. And then tomorrow, I'm going to give you, Cohen, a teachable moment. So make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed at drboycetv.com, please do that. Or if you want to subscribe also at the Black Financial Channel, it's theblackfinancialchannel.com. We talk about financial stuff all day, like stock market reports and all that. Feel free to do that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go and say that congratulations to the Marathon Store for making 10 million. I think that's awesome. I was a little surprised by the will. I'm a little surprised. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and go. So one more time, by the way, Our Black Millionaires of Tomorrow program for children. If you want to sign your child up for that digital program, it's a great activity for the summer. Feel free to go to blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. For today only, there's a 75% off discount on a lifetime membership, so you can use the program forever. It's college level economic concepts reduced to the where a child can understand them. And so there are self-study exams. Your child can get a degree in the Black Business School. That's very, very important for their self-esteem. When they get that certification, that's your way of telling them who they are, so that they then take what you've told them about themselves and they then triple it and quadruple it, and they grow like flowers. It's an amazing thing. So feel free to go take a look at the program. It's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. All right. So I'm going to go, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm out of here. Yeah, Dontex, I'm stunned. I'm as stunned as you are. But I'm gonna go ahead and bounce out, and I will have a lesson to discuss with you guys tomorrow. But I am gonna say to you, if you don't have a will, you can go to Rocket Lawyer and write a will in 10 minutes, man. All you gotta do, answer questions for 10 minutes, and then print that motherfucker out. Get a couple witnesses, sign that shit, and you're covered. Like, have something in place. Extremely important. And life insurance, all that stuff. TheBlackInsuranceNetwork.com. That's what I use. All right, I'm about to go, guys. Have a good night. Thank you, Giselle, for fucking up my day. I hate you too. I'm kidding. I love you, but now my head hurts. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.